What's going on, everybody? You have reached Zach Baby TV, and with a special request, I am doing a full up close and personal of the world's largest Are You Afraid of the Dark collection from Nickelodeon. It is simply unbelievable how much I have acquired in such a short period of time. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to post this to the Midnight Society on Facebook's page so they can share it with the world. Because a lot of the stuff people don't even know they ever made, including myself. It was a learning experience, definitely. So let's just get to it, guys. Here we have a fan-made item, which is currently on eBay for sale right now. Each picture symbolizes a different episode. It's just not my style for a collection. I don't really care for it too much, but it was a fan-given item that was sent to me. But it is currently up for listing right now on eBay for $29.99 plus shipping. And let's continue. We have this beautiful muscle shirt here of Are You Afraid of the Dark, which the outline of the letters do glow in the dark, but the rest of it does not. This is probably one of the most rarest items when it comes to the clothing merchandise, as I've only seen this on YouTube images, and I could never, find it, to be honest. Until a buddy of mine actually referred me to someone's Instagram account that they had a picture of this in their video, in their photo, and I'm like, holy crap, so I contacted them, and that person did not want to sell it because they were a large Nickelodeon collector, but I said, listen, I'm not a Nickelodeon collector. I strictly collect Are You Afraid of the Dark from Nickelodeon. And this would mean a lot to me as it is a missing item from my collection. Fast forward some talks in a few days, and I made the deal, and here it is. Very cool. Very rare. Next, we have a sweater that was given out to the cast members of Are You Afraid of the Dark. This is no other than DJ McHale's sweater that he mailed to me to add to my collection. This is his sweater that he personally had back in the early 90s when they were filming the show. It is stitched in right there. Are You Afraid of the Dark? That is stitched in, guys. That's not pressed. That's not some replica. That is the jacket that DJ McHale wore himself. Priceless. Next, we have a beautiful Snick shirt. Don't mind the charging cables, guys. My wife put it there. But this is incredibly rare, too. I've seen it on Etsy, and that's about it. I saw it online, a couple of them, and I picked one up. Snick symbolizes so much of, everybody's childhood, but the most part of it right here is the reason why I got it. Are You Afraid of the Dark? The letter C. Everything else is cool. You got Ren and Stimpy, Alex Mack, all that. Nickelodeon Splat. It's just really awesome, and I had to have it because it had Are You Afraid of the Dark on it. That was on Snick at Night. Next, we have an official Nickelodeon, thank you very much, Are You Afraid of the Dark t-shirt. This is like a medium or a small. It might even be a woman's shirt. It doesn't matter. This shirt does glow in the dark, guys. After all its years, it does glow in the dark at night a lot. Compared to this one, only the outside lettering does. You could barely see it. But this, you could clearly see this at night. This is rare and definitely a prized possession. If I ever come across any more t-shirts, I'm going to pick them up just because they didn't make too much. Next, we have the Golden Crisp cereal box poster from Are You Afraid of the Dark? It was some mail-in sweepstakes thing from Golden Crisp cereal back in 1994. Which it even says 1994 right there. This is rare. This took me a really long time to get a hold of. And recently, I acquired a second one. Just came out of nowhere on eBay. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm grabbing it. I mean, they're so rare, guys. They're so incredibly rare and so hard to find. I picked it up, knowing I already had one, just because. Next, we have two press kit photos of the cast. You see all the awesome people there. It's in black and white. There you could see the dog in that photo. You were like, wait a second, there was a dog? Well, Tale of the Hungry Hounds. And then, yeah, them three there. This came on eBay. I'm like, holy crap, I never knew they made photos. I never knew that they actually had, press kit type photos. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I've never seen this before. I had no idea they even made this. I picked it up for a very low price. Totally needed it. I was unbelievable. I can't even talk right now. Oh my gosh. Next, we have some magazine advertisements. Now, take it. It's a Nickelodeon deal, so there is a lot of other stuff that's on here for Camp Nickelodeon, Sony, etc. But I got it because it is promoting the audio tape and also one of the VHSs, Nightmare Tales. And over here, haha, you see that spooky guy, and then you see the video right there in the corner. So, yeah, I just picked that up just because Are You Afraid of the Dark was actually mentioned on the advertisement for Camp Nickelodeon. Awesome and rare, and it was in great condition, and I also framed it. This is also fan-made. I'm sorry about the glare, guys. Let me see if I could step into it. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Midnight Society with a campfire, established 1991. It is beautiful. This is actually the poster that I got along with this one. It was the same person. Very nice guy. But this is the poster I really wanted. This is the one that I really liked a lot. It was really cool. I really loved the design work. There's a lot of detail in the writing when you get close to it. And you even see like some background with the trees. It's almost transparent. It's kind of hard to see. The glare in the window is really not giving it justice. But it is beautiful and I absolutely love it. And here we go, guys. Are You Afraid of the Dark only made 3 audio tapes, and I have all 3 sealed. Very rare and hard to find. I didn't even know they made these audio tapes until I met someone on YouTube that had the audio files of this one. I listened to them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I collect this stuff. I had no idea they had tapes. So he gave me them, of course, so I could listen to on MP3, and then I was on the hunt from there. Now, recently, I actually came across a duplicate. Whoa, don't fall over there, Billy. Okay, it wants to fall. We're going to go ahead and fix that right now. There you go. I actually have 2 of these now. These are so incredibly rare. So incredibly rare. I have yet to find an open book of this. I want to see what's inside that book. I want to know if it's pictures or just like the story itself in writing. But it was so incredibly hard to find, and I got 2 of them, so I'm super blessed and super happy that I got these. Now, this second one here, More Tales That Give You, More Tales from the Midnight Society, I'm sorry. This actually came from DJ McHale himself, along with this jacket. Separate times, but he sent me this first, after the first time that we met and we were emailing each other and also talking on Facebook Messenger. He is an awesome and amazing individual, very humble, just an all-about great guy. If he ever comes back in my area, my wife and I definitely want to take him out somewhere for dinner. He's just a very nice person. This audio tape is probably the most rare. Obviously, I got 2 of these. I got that from him. He mailed that to me. I can't believe he even had it because I was showing him pictures of my collection, and he said, well, what are you looking for the most? And I said, well, I'm looking for this tape. And he was like, well, send me an email. I'll see if I have it. And he did. He had it, and he mailed it to me. Unbelievably awesome. And I recently came across an open book of this, which, unfortunately, there's no pictures. It just actually tells the stories where you could actually read along with the stories. And it came with the audio tape. So I got the audio tape opened along with the book, and then I still have all 3 sealed. The third one here I got on Bonanza, and that was actually the first audio tape that I came across. I spent a lot of money on it. Very rare. I've seen these on eBay opened, and these tapes alone sell for around $100 just for the tape. And I got it sealed. So I'm very jazzed about that. Super cool. Also, guys, I have all 3 of these audio tapes on my YouTube channel. So if you are wondering what stories are on these tapes, go to my YouTube channel, scroll down, and find them. I have all 3 here waiting for you. Next up, I came across a couple throwaway cameras I didn't know that existed. Kellogg's Apple Jacks, Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's got some cool design work on here. Nickelodeon on that side. Apple Jacks, Fuji, blah, blah, blah. And it's got the flash there. It's really cool. It's still sealed. Midnight Society club camera. Super cool. Never knew it. I picked up 2 of them. 2 separate times. Super rad. Next, I came across this SNCC keychain, new in the plastic. It is really awesome. I have one on my keychain right now that's opened and old and wearing. But I came across this brand new. Still factory sealed. It is super cool, guys. I got it, yeah, because it's SNCC, but obviously, if you look closely, you probably won't see it through the plastic. There is a campfire inside there, and that symbolizes Are You Afraid of the Dark? So I had to grab it. Next, I got the Midnight Society Club pin. This came out in the latest Nick box, I think from earlier this year, or late last year, I forgot. But I picked this up with the shirt, which I will show momentarily, but I had to grab it. Yes, it's new. It's not something from the 90s, but it symbolizes Are You Afraid of the Dark, so I grabbed it. I had to have it. Next, I picked up this awesome notepad online. Never knew it existed. You got Clarissa Explains It All, Roundhouse, Ren and Stimpy, and dun dun dun, Are You Afraid of the Dark? I got this not for a cheap price. It's never been used because there's no tears on the edge here, on the top here. But it is a SNCC notepad. It must have been someone that worked for Nickelodeon back in the day and had this stored away in storage or something, and I just had to pick it up. I had to have it. Had to. Next, we have an awesome hat given to me, none other than DJ McHale himself, the ultimate and amazing awesomeness. This hat was actually given to some of the cast members during season 1, where they actually did not yet have the logo for the show. This was in the very early stages, and they actually were giving some of these hats out to everybody and see, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Obviously, it's a question, so it's a question mark. And it's awesome because DJ McHale signed it for me in person. I have it all on video, so don't worry. I also have pictures on my Instagram. What's really awesome about this is that this hat actually gave them the idea of the logo for Nickelodeon. This was just somebody that had the hats made. Somebody from the cast, somebody that was a producer, I'm not sure, somebody that was involved with the show, obviously. And he had Are You Afraid of the Dark with a question mark on the back of the hat. And that was actually taken from this hat for the show. And I forgot to mention, guys, I have another extra tape here. It's sealed. I had to buy one, so I had to get one of these to get it on MP3 for my YouTube channel. So yeah, this hat is awesome. I had to get a UV protective case for it. Next, we have some spare club member cards here from Applejack cereal. On the backs of the cereal boxes, they gave out 3 cards per cereal box where you could cut them out and read the backs of them. Here we have Betty Ann, and you can read the back. Pause it if you will. We have Kiki. Read the back, pause it. Got Frank. Read the back, pause it. We have Tucker. Read the back, pause it. Yeah, those are the open ones. Next, we have a SNCC advertisement card. It's really cool. It's got Ren and Stimpy on the front, and it's just promoting SNCC at night. I don't know how this was given out. I don't know if it was mailed or if it was in cereal boxes. I'm not terribly sure, but I had to grab it because it represents Are You Afraid of the Dark, as you see on the bottom there. This is from 1992, guys. I'm trying to see if it'll focus. There you go. 1992. So this was the early stages of the show and its promotion and its casting. Awesome. Next, we have all 7 seasons with a duplicate of season 1. 4 out of 7 are still sealed of the DVDs of the complete show. Also, we have Freaky Favorites, which is right here. And I have Volume 1 and Volume 2, which is super sweet. I have all 3 VHSs that were made. They only made 3. And I have all 23 of the books. Yes, they made books. It was new to me too. I did not know. I have an extra book that's tucked away right there because it's one that I've read, and I'm actually reading another one as one of my fans mailed me a couple books and wanted me to do some reviews on it, so I'm doing that for him right now. I actually just finished up one of them, and I recorded it, and it's on my channel, and I'm working on the second one as we speak. Next, we have the actual cereal boxes. Here we have Frank, Betty Ann, and Tucker. This is from Apple Jacks. Very cool. And then we have another one here of Gary, Sam, and Kiki. Shout out to the Nostalgia Society for finding this for me. I never thought I was going to find the other 3 because they only made 6. They only made those 3 and these 3. Even though they did switch out cast members throughout the seasons. But yeah, so I got a hold of this and I was so excited. It was actually in a lot with a bunch of other cereal boxes, but I told them I just wanted this one. So yeah. It's really cool. Collect all 6. Start your own Midnight Society. Frickin' cool. And in the background here, guys, is I actually have a board game that came from Italy. I don't want to take this off. It's going to be hard to put back. But it is a board game in the background, and it's all in Italian, and it's Are You Afraid of the Dark? And it looks frickin' sweet when I looked it up. I looked on the back of it and everything. It is 3D. It goes really high, like towers and stuff. It looks a lot better than the American-Canadian version of the board game. But it's all in Italian, so I can't really understand it. Next, we have all 3 of the VHS tapes, which I also have up there still, but I got more because when I met DJ McHale again, not only did he sign the hat for me, but he also signed all 3 of the VHSs, which is so incredibly cool. Super cool. Again, I have video of it, and also on my Instagram, I have photos. It is legit. Yeah, so awesome. Next, we have some fan-made stuff. I got an Are You Afraid of the Dark belt buckle that I bought from Greece. I have an Are You Afraid of the Dark pin, and another one of the TV set of the pin. Super cool. Had to pick it up. It's fan-made, but it's cool. I do have a few items that are fan-made, but 90% of the stuff is not. Here we go. We have the cover of the Ghastly Grinner. You could tell it's a little smaller than a regular-sized comic book, but I had to have it because its authenticity is like so close to the original. I picked this up in the UK. It is beautiful. Super nice. I mean, the detail on it, to the barcoding, to the comics. I mean, everything on here is so legit looking. It's one of my ultimate favorite episodes. I had to have it. And on the back of it here, bam. It's really, really cool. I love it. And here we have a Ren and Stimpy target toss game from Nickelodeon. You're asking me, well, what does that have to do with Nickelodeon's Snick, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Well, let me show you. Bam! Because on this side is the game, Snick, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Right there in the corner. Campfire, keep out, slime, spookiness, cobwebs, spiders, creepy! Yeah, it's awesome. This is also fan-made. This is a stand-up of the cast. You have DJ McHale in the center and the rest of the cast members. I thought it was really cool. I mean, that barely fit on my shelf, guys. Super cool. These were donated. I got some stickers from We're Not Afraid of the Dark. Shout out to them. They have a really awesome podcast. They actually review every single episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And they do it drunk. They're hilarious. They're great guys. They also have the same love for the show as I do. And check them out on Instagram. I believe they're on iTunes and a couple other sites, but definitely on Facebook. You name it, they're there. So definitely check them out. They're really cool. If you want their link, I could definitely send you the link. Let me know if you have any questions on them, but they're really cool guys and gals. Next, we have the Midnight Society Campfire Scented Candle. It is really cool. I'll open it up here if I can. There you go. Take a whiff. I'll probably never light it, just for the fact. This also came from the Nick box, a previous Nick box. This is a Are You Afraid of the Dark flashlight. It's really small. I was expecting it to be bigger, but oh, look at the dust. Midnight Society, Are You Afraid of the Dark flashlight, Are You Afraid of the Dark, the Nick box. There you go, not 2016. There you go. There's your answer. Also, I got the t-shirt. That's the t-shirt of the Midnight Society that came with the Nick box that was with that pin that I showed you earlier. So I picked that up with the pin. Bam. Here you go. I got the Tale of Orpheus Curse. An awesome, awesome game. Really cool. I really enjoyed it. This is the American version, and this is the European version of it. Yes, they did have different covers. I really enjoyed this one. I really think this cover is really cool, but it is the exact same PC game, but I had to grab it. And this is also a fan-made book. I haven't read it yet, but it's by Jose Prendes. I will get around to reading it eventually. I have someone requesting another book review, which I'm currently working on my spare time. And then I have all these books by DJ McHale that I need to read. If you guys like scary stories, you guys definitely need to check these out. Morpheus's Curse. There's 3 of them. There's a trilogy, and then that last blue one there is a totally different story. But still, check it out, guys. Also got both of these Snick VHS tapes. Both of them. Also star Are You Afraid of the Dark on it. DJ McHale actually sent me a couple really cool bookmarks here, and he signed both of them for me. Just, actually, there you go. There you go. And this is Silo. He made a couple of those. I haven't checked those out yet, but I shall. I have a Nickelodeon magazine, which is pretty rare to find those, but this has advertisements of Are You Afraid of the Dark inside it. That's why I grabbed it. Here's another one from Nickelodeon. Also has advertisements for Are You Afraid of the Dark. So I picked both of those up. Both of those have advertisements for the TV show. And actually, I think one of them actually is promoting the Tale of Orpheus Curse for the CD-ROM game. Also, Famous Monsters of Filmland. This also has a huge section of Are You Afraid of the Dark show inside it. There's a lot of pictures. I believe they're all black and white, if I'm not mistaken, but it's really cool. Also with this, Shivers magazine, this also has Are You Afraid of the Dark inside it. And I believe this is the colored one. Check that out. Look at the ghastly grinner. Really cool. There's a whole section on this, on him, and other episodes as well. Super cool. And then I have a Canadian TV guide, which also has a huge section in the back that is promoting and talking about the Are You Afraid of the Dark show. So I had to grab it. And don't mind the hat. That is custom made that I used for the Are You Afraid of the Dark music video that I did, that I wrote. Went to an actual recording studio, recorded it. Shout out to Heat Scorcher that had the instrumental for me. Mixed it real good. And yeah, I filmed and edited my own video. It came out great. Last but not least, well, yeah, basically, I have the board games. This is the American and the Canadian board games. Unlike this one that's from Italy, these are the ones that were America and Canadian. Now, I have several copies of these. The ones that have the Nickelodeon on them here are the American version. I picked this one up. God, look at the dust. I'm horrible. Because as you can see with the dust, this one's still sealed. It's still sealed in the plastic, guys. I had to pick that up. I've never seen one of these sealed before. And this one is the Canadian version. You could see the Cinar right here. And it also mentions YTV or something like that. So here's the cover of the American one here. So they're very similar. They're the same game once you open it up, but the covers are different. Same picture, but notice Nickelodeon Are You Afraid of the Dark the game, and here it has the Canadian logo of Are You Afraid of the Dark, which is you will also see on seasons 1 through 7. It's the same symbol as the Canadian one. And then it says the game. So, and then it says YTV here, which was Canadian. Same picture, right? But it's just different. You got the Canadian logo here, the game, and the Nickelodeon here for the American version. So, that is wrapping it up, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on any of the items, let me know. If you want me to go into detail with particular items, let me know. I'd be more than happy to. Just let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will appreciate any feedback that you give me. If you have anything that you don't see here that's part of Are You Afraid of the Dark, definitely contact me and let's make a deal. So, see you later, guys. Later. Have a spooky one.